Hello, this is Charting Man Dan of TheChartGuys, where we teach the little guy and girl how to utilize charts to manage their own trades and investments. What do I mean by the little guy and girl? Well, we just had two directives signed halting the implementation of a rule that requires financial advisors to act in the best interests of their client. Let that sink in a little bit. The big wigs on Wall Street can play with your retirement and hard-earned money without your best interests at heart. We currently have hundreds of members taking charge of their financial future, and we would love for you to come check out a free week with no credit card required to see if our services would be beneficial on your path to financial independence as well. What we offer, we have a separate course of over 5 hours in length on when to enter and exit positions. And in terms of what we do daily, we have nightly videos, key levels updated each morning before the bell, 2.5 hours of live daily webcam coverage in the morning and in the afternoon, and over 7 hours of educational videos. All of these links can be found in the description of this video. Come check us out. Thanks for watching. Let's get on to the technical analysis. Looking at YELP GWPH PCLN NVDA and TSLA on the daily and weekly time frame. So we had support on YELP at 40.86 and we bounced off of 40.87. So maintaining higher lows by $1 and keeping that uptrend intact. So the bulls holding on here as we are heading into earnings tomorrow after close. And we're either going to see a bullish reaction and a move over 43.41 or a bearish reaction and a move down towards 40 psychological and perhaps down even lower. So earnings here is set up. You can see it's very tight in terms of where we are trading. Nice bullish reversal hammer off of that support. We'll see if the bulls get any kind of follow through tomorrow, which might indicate some expectations for the bulls heading into earnings. But as of right now, it's all about earnings, which is going to dictate which way we are headed in the short term. So we could pull all the way back to 38.27 and still be maintaining the middle Bollinger Band on the weekly time frame. So the bulls don't really have to worry about that too much. It's not like the bearish reaction to earnings here is going to destroy this weekly uptrend, which has been intact for a very long time. And even recently, it would require a break of 34.62 over a 10% drop to the downside to ruin this weekly uptrend. So the bulls are still liking their positioning. We'll see how that reaction goes tomorrow after hours. GWPH, beautiful follow through. Key break of 125.45. That was a very important level, and we now have our higher low and higher high. And we've got our all-time high back on sights here as we have broken resistance on the weekly. We're looking up at 134.63 and 137.88 as the two major resistances left on the weekly time frame. Huge bullish follow through. We're going to see a big spike in bull volume. Bulls could not have asked for a better reaction to earnings and news, which is driving this momentum, and we're closing above the upper Bollinger Band in breakout mode. Update that level at the open tomorrow to see what needs to be maintained to stay in breakout mode. PCLN bulls came within $1.20 of a new all-time high, so the bulls are in full control. They want to see a nice follow-through tomorrow, increasing bull volume 3 days in a row. If we get that new all-time high tomorrow, which is likely, we will see next resistance will be psychological levels 16, 10, 20, 30, all the way up. And the S&P 500 is on the verge of a blue sky breakout. So ideal scenario would be for blue sky breakout in both. And that would certainly give some nice momentum to the upside for the bulls. So PCLN weekly, the upper Bollinger Band resistance will be around 1610. So that will be a resistance level to watch. Even though we are in blue sky breakout, we're not breaking out above the Bollinger Bands, which are still resistance. NVDA, bulls bought the dip today. Normal, healthy consolidation. Yet again, 116.38 is a new level of support to be watching, and a nice lower wick with a close closer to the high. So the all-time high resistance is 120.92, and we keep stepping higher until we break this higher low pattern on the daily. The bulls remain in full control. Same thing. S&P 500 blue sky breakout, NVDA likely to follow, and that's an ideal scenario for the bulls. Weekly time frame, really nice follow through. We're going to see an increase in bull volume this week. It won't be significant, but that is solid bull volume for the last month, and higher lows and higher highs continue. Tesla bulls, nice continuation. Once we broke 260, the high of yesterday, the next resistance on the weekly was in 269. So we had $9 of upside before the next resistance, which is what had us looking for some nice follow through once that 260 broke. We needed to be cautious because 258 has rejected the price now on the weekly time frame the past 5 tests. So we are above that level in breakout mode on the weekly, but We have 2 trading days left to go. If we close below 258 on this week, it will be a bit of a red flag for the bulls. Just a heads up that we still have that resistance level in place, but as of right now, full steam ahead for the bulls. The next resistance after 263.36, 265 psychological, and here's that resistance of 269.34, the next level on the weekly time frame to be watching. So no follow through for the bears to the downside, a bull break of the inside candlestick of last week, and bullish follow through. Higher lows and higher highs continue today. So all of these names are performing well with the market on the verge of all-time highs. It's just Yelp heading into earnings, which has a little bit of potential question mark around it, but GWPH did as well before its earnings, and look at the reaction in the last 4 days. So we'll see if the bulls can continue strong on all these names. They've certainly done a great job so far. I appreciate you watching. We'll check back in tomorrow.